What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a monthly manifestation for the sign of Pisces. Okay, Pisces, you are second in the zodiac lineup for group 3. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay? So, schedule's a little bit off, but we're running with it. Okay? I'm in the midst of preliminaries for group 2, but you guys are first with the monthly manifestations. So that way, maybe the energy doesn't kind of like run together a bit. So you'll hopefully get a preliminary coming up soon, but I am kind of delayed due to the energy back in March with centering. Okay. So basically, as you can tell, this is coming after the new moon. I try to get these readings done and would like to get them done before the new moon. So that way you can kind of, you know, be in alignment with the dates. But didn't work out that way. Again, the energy was just pretty much off for centering in the month of March. So the 8th has already passed. We've had the total solar eclipse on top of new moon energy. Okay. And so that was that double kind of like trifecta going on there as far as energy is concerned. Definitely a day of balancing, also um, invoking new energy in the sense of creativity for everyone across the board in some way, okay? As far as maybe an inventive new way of doing things that are routinely the norm to obtaining a particular goal, okay? So, new moon energy is already passed. You should be in alignment come the 15th, which is the first quarter moon of if you're making any progress towards your intention or goal. Okay, so whatever you have going on right now, I'm probably catching you in the midst of getting to your halfway point, which is next Monday. Okay, after that, you have the 23rd, which is on a Tuesday, in the sense of the full moon energy of completing or obtaining your goal or getting that much closer. Okay, so the month of April is all about new moon energy on the 8th, compelling us to follow our intuition to change positions that promote balance. Okay, to change positions. The reason why there is a change of position is because there is 14 days between the March new moon that was on the 25th to the new moon, okay? For protecting your energy by probably distancing yourself from some people and following your intuition on things that you want to accomplish moving forward, okay? And so that equals out to 5, meaning some form of a change, okay, based off of what happened in March for you as far as centering, okay, like personal growth, possibly for you guys, okay, Pisces, realizing that maybe you do need to change some things, maybe taking a little bit of a hiatus, as I always get on y'all about, but y'all hard headed, but it's okay. It's okay. You do what you do and you play hard. Hopefully, you rest hard too, but hopefully, not too hard where it, physically affects you. Okay, so let's get into your reading, Pisces, to see what's going on for you guys in the month of April. Okay, this is for April. So, if anything, you can kind of consider this until your preliminary reading, kind of your main to go by. Might be pretty in depth for group 3. Just all depends on where you are in your life right now at the time you catch this reading. Okay. So, cut the deck and we're going to pull 3 cards. Okay. We have one from the top, which is for new moon energy. the 8th, which is just passed. Okay. We have one directly from the bottom. I was about to pull from the middle. One directly from the bottom, which is for first quarter moon energy. Okay. So your halfway point on the 15th of making any progress towards your goals. And then one energetically from the middle. And going with this one for the full moon energy on the 23rd. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here and let's see what you guys are working with. Okay, so to start off for Pisces, new moon energy on the 8th, a new start is coming. Okay, a new start is coming. Focus a little bit more there. New moon. Okay, go figure. All right. So again, while this energy has passed, it does not mean that it has to directly happen on the date. You still have at least 5 or so days, 5 to 6 days before that first quarter moon, okay, to determine what your new start is. You could actually be in the progress of that new start, okay? But this is the purpose of that new moon, okay, is to start anew, all right? That is the whole purpose of it. Harness that energy, okay? And it was definitely supercharged yesterday with that solar eclipse, okay? Now, let's get into the first quarter moon energy in the sense of will or have you made any progress come the first quarter moon on the 15th. Adjustments are required. Now, backtracking a little bit to this new moon energy, if it's in regards to personal growth, you may have went in too hard on something and need to adjust, okay? So thus this adjustment's following immediately after, within 1 week's time, okay? For example, if it is something in regards to health, such as working out, baby steps, okay? Do not go full on running a marathon if you've never run a marathon before, okay? Take baby steps. You need to learn what your body is comfortable with and what it's not, okay? Pushing it too hard, too fast can have an adverse effect, okay? I know I did it one time years ago. I've now have found that like limited cardio is good for me. Okay, I really don't even need the cardio. I walk all the time. Okay, I do not drive. And so I literally walk to the store. It's like right around the corner from me. I've been walking damn near all my life. I'm from New York, so it just comes natural to me. So it's just what it is. Now, when I do decide to work out, I have like a standing stepper, and that's enough for my, my body type, my energy level, and I literally work from home, but I get that, every now and again up and about, moving as much as I possibly can, but lightly, okay? Especially if you're a diabetic. You definitely want to be mindful of how heavily you go when it comes to, because you also have to pair your nutritional needs with your energy levels to work out, okay? So like you're not going to go to the gym and try to lift 300 pounds if you've never lifted 25 pounds, okay? It's just overexerting yourself, okay? And so it can definitely have an adverse effect. I did it once, maybe like in my late 20s somewhere, early 30s, mess around and try to do like UFC fighter on my PlayStation, and I literally threw up after the first night. It was horrible. After that, I didn't do it again. So just kind of, and I think I've told this story before. but I can't remember who was you guys or another sign. But just be mindful, okay? If it's in regards to health, all right. Anything else? If you may have like preemptively wanted to take a course or pay for something and come to find out it was a little bit too much and you realize you've got to save up a little bit more money, then adjustments are going to need to be made before you can spend that money on something, okay? So that's kind of pairing these two together, okay? Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, in the full moon on the 23rd. If has or is the intention or goal being achieved by the full moon for you, Pisces. And it says, your dreams need a practical plan. Your dreams need a practical plan, okay? Full moon in Taurus, okay? So invoke some of that Taurian energy. I am obviously a Taurus. And so you may want to look up what full moon in Taurus means for you around the 23rd, or just invoking that energy, all right? In doing so, being more practical with what it is that you're trying to achieve, okay? You're obviously moving faster than what the goal can be attained, okay? And so it's going to take you more time, Pisces, okay? You need to stretch it, okay? Now, if you are just coming in on these readings for the monthly manifestations, I need you guys to understand something. You don't have to get everything done, particularly on these dates, okay? The idea is to set a goal for yourself and then actually give yourself until the next date or so to get some things done. So outline something, okay? So if your goal is to start a new dietary plan, have you found a nutritionist? Do you know what kind of diet plan you want to go on? You have to answer those things for yourself. So if you don't know all of those things, the first thing you're going to need to do is your research and figure out, what does a nutritionist do? Do they have a meal plan? Things like that, okay? You find that all out and give yourself up until the 15th to get all that information in. If you don't get all that information in, that means it's going to fall over into the 23rd, okay? By the 23rd, you need to have all that information to where you are at the point of making a decision. Let's say you find 3 nutritionists and you don't know which one you really want. One does juicing as their dietary plan. Another one has a meal plan. Another one doesn't really have a meal plan, but just tells you what your metabolic rate is with your body and what foods you should be eating, but no kind of food whatsoever. What do you feel like you need in order to achieve your goal? Okay. On top of having a nutritionist, let's say you want to have a personal trainer. Okay. You've got to research personal trainers. Some personal trainers also have a certification in being a nutritionist, and they may have a meal plan altogether. That throws a whole monkey wrench in your program of either having a one-stop shop or having 2 different people to go to. And if your money is actually long enough to pay for all of that, okay? There's all these little intricacies within your goal that you are trying to achieve. Not saying that it's not achievable, you just need to be more practical, okay? So align yourself to those things and finding those things out within the time frame that is given, okay? And just ask yourself, did I do this? No, I didn't. I need to do it. Make yourself a checklist, okay? And then come the full moon, you should be ready to say, I think I've decided on who I want, reaching out to that person, and then that goes into the next month of May. This is not a goal that has to be completely achieved all in 1 month. There's no way you're going to lose 30 pounds in 1 month without making the necessary research in order to achieve that goal, okay? You're going to have to space it out, okay? It's just the same as making a large purchase. How much is that thing going to cost me? You need to figure out, how much is it going to cost? How much money can you save? Also making sure you save up to maybe 3 to 5% over what you need just in case the price changes. There's all these intricacies that you have to consider when or whatever your goal is when it's material, okay? And when you're trying to make a huge change within your life, okay? You have to think of things practically, logically, and based on your reality, okay? And it's all about just motivating you to stay on course, okay? So hopefully that kind of explains the purpose of these readings, okay? Now, let's get into clarifying this energy so we can see what additional messages need to be stated for you guys to be able to achieve your goal, okay? Now, you do have the Three of Swords here with the Queen of Wands, okay? Someone, possibly me right now, maybe be popping a bubble in your plants, okay? And I am sorry, okay? I am not here to do that. I am here to assist you, okay? But it could be another person, as far as a Queen of Wands, that is giving directive that you're not able to do something or have something, okay? With this Three of Swords being here. So a little bit of heartbreak, but nothing hopefully too detrimental, okay? Because maybe you knew it was going to happen anyway, all right? You could be also just assuming what someone may say to you about a particular decision, okay? So we're going to do 3 shuffles here. Last cross section we'll take a peek at is the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Wheel of Fortune is talking about changes occurring, okay, in a possible family dynamic of what you may be planning or trying to achieve for your family, as the 10 of Pentacles surrounds that. It's not like the 10 of Cups, which is more so about wish fulfillment. This is about probably family stability for yourself and your family, okay? And so something may need to change. Not saying that it will change the trajectory of stability for your family, but a change that will help it grow, okay? So, last shuffle here, and then we're going to go ahead and cut the deck by 3. And we're going to pull the exact same way to clarify this first energy of the phases, of the moon phases. One from the top is for the new moon. One from the bottom is for the first quarter moon. And then one energetically from the middle and I'm kind of aiming for this one here for the full moon energy on the 23rd. We'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome is of this energy, okay? So let's see what's for a new start is coming, is being paired with the Emperor, okay? The Emperor, very strong energy, okay? This may be for my mature group, okay? As far as obviously a new start to maybe a job for you. Maybe you are now the boss. Maybe you started a new business for yourself and you're now, in charge, okay? So this is all new to you. Welcome, okay? I have an Etsy shop, so I do everything myself. I make all the decisions with, help from divine. But I answer to only me when it comes to my Etsy shop. So definitely good energy to have, okay? If you have Aries in your chart, the Heart's Desire readings may be helpful to you in sticky situations as far as business is concerned. But I think you will be able to handle it, Pisces, okay? So that is pretty much it on that, all right? So For those of you who pretty much resonated with that first line, anything else that comes out on this line is not probably, may not resonate for you. Okay. These readings are for sun, moon, rising, and possibly Venus. Okay. Of Pisces. Okay. So let's see what's going on in the first quarter moon energy of adjustments are required. And we have a Knight of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands with adjustments are required. Like I said, kind of rushing in kind of fast with a new passion. Okay. Now, as it pertains to someone who possibly has a business, you may be rushing to somewhat cater to demand, okay, depending on what kind of industry you're in, okay. Hopefully not in the sense of being competitive or just trying to catch a trend that might be going on, okay. So you might be moving a little bit too fast on it. You might want to take a step back and see how that trend goes first before you commit to it, okay. I have an associates in business, so I'm not saying, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but and I love things all business. I'm a Taurus, so when it comes to new businesses and things like that, I really am intrigued with it. So just be mindful with that, okay? Not that you'll take a large hit in losses of any kind. It's just so that way you know exactly who your targeted audience is. All right. So try not to rush into it. Others of you, it could be someone who's rushing to you now that you've gotten into this emperor stage and has an idea. Okay. And so maybe they want you to either invest in their idea or want you to, pretty much buy it. They're even down for that. Okay. But again, it's the same thing of making adjustments in the sense of if it is something that you would be interested in, there may be some tweaking if you decide to buy it off of them. Okay. So next, full moon energy. Your dreams need a practical plan is being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, who is making another appearance in this reading since Sagittarius' reading. Okay. So, not saying that you two have anything in common, but as it pertains to the Queen of Pentacles showing up in their reading, you may want to go and look at it. Okay. Especially if you have Sagittarius in your chart. You can probably fast forward to when you see the Queen of Pentacles, okay, to see what their situation was, okay. But nonetheless, your dreams need a practical plan, possibly talking about needing to be somewhat frugal and being mindful of how you spend, which is the same thing that was kind of going on with Sagittarius, okay, but in a different sense, okay. For some, about the same in the sense of purchasing. Okay, so if you are purchasing for a business, or like I said at the beginning, something for your personal growth, compare prices before you make a final decision. Okay, for some of you. Others of you, it's all about making the right choice. Okay, follow your intuition. Okay, on what it is that you do decide to invest in. Okay, as I said, it could be someone, as this Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands is kind of rushing towards this Emperor. Okay, and so you do have this Queen of Pentacles. You may share a business with someone, and they may say, hold off on anything until we get all the details. Okay, especially if this person with this Knight of Wands is just really, I don't want to say shady, but that's the word that's coming in my head, is shadiness. Because if they're being very vague and not really giving you all the details of what it is that they can provide for you, or what their idea is, entails, then you might want to pass on it. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is of this energy. And I am not going to hold y'all. I do not mark these cards. Y'all saw me shuffle. Look at what came up. 10 of Cups. Okay? 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles during the shuffle, before on the last shuffle. And here we are, 10 of Cups. Okay? Wish fulfillment is what you end up getting. Okay? Whatever it is that you have been trying to do or accomplish for your family, it will lead to true wish fulfillment. Okay? Definitely everything in all you could have wanted is on its way or is being achieved. Okay? Um, if you follow these things, okay, as far as the moon phases, making adjustments as needed come that first quarter moon. Um, and I'm talking about obvious changes, okay? Accepting that new energy, being motivated to get it done when it needs to get done. And then your dreams need to be practical, okay? Being more practical instead of overachieving will get you this wish fulfillment, okay? Don't make high risk, okay? Make calculated risk, okay? Is the best thing. Listen to your counterpart, all right? It may not be the Empress, but is definitely an integral part of this, okay? For some of you, all right? So let's get into your messages of support, Pisces, where we ask the question, what is the message of support to achieve or manifest for Pisces goal? Okay. Feeling the energy of 4 messages that will come from the bottom. If something comes out while I'm light shuffling right now, we'll take it. I'm going to stop there. Okay. 3 cuts, and then we go directly to the bottom to start your 4 messages. Maybe now 3. I may have overshuffled. Felix Felicitus. I always have a problem saying this. I don't mind if y'all break it down in the comments for me, okay? Power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events, okay? Power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events, okay? So, very beautiful energy that is going up, definitely under the Emperor, okay? You are making true power moves that will end in obviously this wish fulfillment, okay? Next, little luxuries, okay? Little luxuries. It says generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings, okay? So you are going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, okay, Pisces, in the sense of truly honing in on your business aspects, okay? Next, we have self-confidence, okay? Self-confidence says strong self-belief and a sense of worth, okay? You have no problems with that if you're in this Emperor status, okay? And I'm getting the energy to stop there. So only 3 messages for you guys as well. Sagittarius had the same thing. They were supposed to get like between 2 and 4, and they ended up with 3. All right. So y'all are definitely on a roll with this energy, this moon energy. Okay. So now we're going to ask the question of what is the energy of the present self of Pisces? What is the energy of the present self of Pisces? This is the elemental oracle, which I feel is closely in representation of your present self, which means your, your 2D self as it is awake, okay? As you are awake. You have attraction, magnetism. Attraction, magnetism. I feel like you guys got this before. If it was not you, it might have been Scorpio, okay? Number 37, centering oneself, and then having 7 as your inner strength as you move forward, especially if you're, feeling a little bit tired. Equaling out to 10, which is an awakening, okay? But definitely finding yourself, attracting certain things, maybe certain people. Again, when you are possibly a ticket, I don't want to say a meal ticket, but a ticket for someone else, you will start attracting other people, okay, in the sense of wanting help. It could just be someone who wants a job, okay, and feels like they've known you for a real long time. They might need something to hold them over. You may be able to help them, okay? Let's get into the book. You strike me to be a person, Pisces, that, everybody can eat when it comes to you, okay? Just as long as that person does not cross you, okay? Or take your kindness for granted. So, this is the element of earth. Know your values and needs so you are more aware of what your true attractions are. Do not run with the herd. Talking about this adjustment on the 15th of keeping up with trends, okay? Notice what or who you attract. Is this your intent? There is always nemesis or opposite energy to any endeavor you might take. This should not bother you as it is a natural law, okay? We walk through and are part of the fields of magnetism every day of our lives. The idea of being magnetically repelled or attracted to something or someone is an old but enduring one. It is important that you know your needs and values so you can make wise decisions upon what you can be attracted to and why. Okay? So again, you may have a keen eye for business. Hone in on that. Utilize that as you are working in the industry that you're in. Okay? Because everything can look good at first sight, but after a while it may lose its luster. All right? So take from that what you will. Okay, Pisces, because y'all are the rulers of the moon energy. That is your trait within tarot, which is the moon. And so you are definitely invoking that. So I always try to respect that, especially with these readings, unless spirit feels as though it's something that I need to speak on. So let's get into your higher self, which is your subconscious. What is the potential energy for Pisces higher self? What is the potential energy for Pisces higher self? Last shuffle here before we cut the deck for the potential energy of Pisces higher self. All right, let's see what you guys have. And it's the law of oneness, okay? New energy alert, okay? This is the first time this card has came up in this reading. If you are resonating with this, and I hope that you do in some way, if not, hopefully there's a lesson in there for you to kind of preemptively prepare you for what's ahead. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe so you can be notified the next time I do a reading for your sign, okay? It says, the law of oneness. Release the need to make anyone wrong and unify with your truth, okay? Release the need to make anyone wrong and unify with your truth, okay? Now I'm trying to look at the imagery here, and it's obviously an hourglass kind of vibe to me, but when I look at it, it's almost like a shrine that is upside down in a way. There's this orb of almost like water. Feels like it's a beach of some sort. And then the shrine is upside down. And the shrine almost gives me a feeling, for some reason I feel gold. It almost like looks like a gold link chain, okay? But the person that's underneath the shrine with their heart space kind of illuminating, almost like this gem, almost like a diamond. And I get that sense of like diamond in the rough, but upside down, okay? And so the law of oneness, okay? Is again that need to unify with your own personal truth, okay? Maybe at some point in time in our lives, we, in the sense of being wrong, we don't want to be wrong. We usually want to be right. And Pisces, you guys are in, your sign is in my 11th house, which is social groups and global communication. And you guys definitely are great talkers, okay? You have the gift of gab. In a way, you unify people, honestly, with just your words, okay? And your aura in a way, because of your ability to network, okay? So, but sometimes we do have the tendency of wanting to be right all the time, okay? But sometimes we don't have to be right. It's okay to know some things, but we can't know everything, okay? So, looking for the law of oneness, we're going to get into the book here to get some additional messages. Page 3, literally at the beginning of this book here, which tells me you guys need to center. I love numerology. I think there is no coincidences in synchronicity, okay? They're always around us for a reason. If you've been seeing triple threes, it's for this reason. It's time for you to center yourself in your truth, okay? And not what you want people to believe, okay? Now, it says, release all thoughts of being separate and divided. Let go of reacting, pushing people away, and making anyone wrong. It is time to shift perspective and focus on the actual essence of who you are. You are a divine and powerful spiritual being capable of creating a life you love. Drawing this card indicates that you may be yearning for love and connection. Your higher self desires to heal any feelings of sadness or loneliness. The universe is inviting you to practice perceiving anyone as the miracle they are. However, this does not mean you should remain in dysfunctional situations or relationships that do not serve your highest good. This card is a sign for you to unify your heart and mind. Where are you experiencing failed expectations from people or life? Begin to accept people, places, and things exactly as they are and courageously take a stand for what you want to create in this lifetime. Okay? Pisces, that is a message for your ass. Okay? I'm just going to be real with you. Okay? Now, I feel as though, kind of in the part where it speaks on your higher self desires to heal any feelings or sadness or loneliness, okay? In the sense of wanting to help others, I don't know if that's somewhat feeding that sadness, okay? We could have everything in the world and still feel lonely, okay? And that's because money cannot buy you happiness. We all know this, okay? It cannot buy you happiness. If anything, it buys you more problems, okay? And Biggie said it best, okay? Um, you can help those. Again, there's nothing wrong with you having a good heart, but make sure you're having a good heart for a good reason, okay? Because you can't buy people, okay? It does have an opposite effect. And after a while, you start realizing it because of what you've done for other people. They have taken advantage of it. Okay. And so, in hindsight, whatever status you are at in your life right now, which I'm feeling high profile, you have to be still mindful while still being helpful. Um, do philanthropy work instead, okay? In the sense of finding an industry or a group of people that truly do need assistance other than those that you are familiar with. Because you are then in turn finding out how those people really are and you end up pushing them away, okay? Um, and so y'all know how I can get with y'all Pisces. Between y'all and Scorpio, I swear I say it every reading. And Sagittarius definitely got the longest reading that they've ever gotten from me. But I feel like this is probably going to be like a running theme with with group 3, okay? Especially waiting for your preliminary readings, all right? So, I'm gonna stick a pin in it. We'll see what happens come your preliminary readings. I hate to cut it off, but I hope that you got something from your present self and higher self messages along with the rest. And I will have to catch y'all on y'all next reading. All right. Peace.